episode. It's currently Saturday. We recorded on Wednesday. I know what day of the week it is. It's all good. And we are doing news and Olivier's, as you probably saw from the title, not La La Land, but we recorded the intro with La La Land because we were like, oh yeah, we're doing La La Land. And then we got like halfway through the episode and we were like, we've got a lot to say. We got like halfway through and we hadn't touched the Olivier noms. And we're like, should we just do the Olivier noms? So we do that. Shout out to Dave Malloy. Please don't mind Best Musical. We've got a lot riding on this. For more context, listen to the whole episode. But it was just a discourse-heavy week, and I'm sure you probably noticed there's a lot more chatty episodes happening at the moment. We are going to get back to the normal format soon. Possibly May. Guys, it's going to be May. It's gonna be May. Back for the original format because we're busy. Like I would love for there to be like some more like we're working on massive things behind the scenes. No work's being done behind the scenes. Actually, a lot of work is being done behind the scenes. I got a disc to write. My disc is due in under a month. I feel like being sick. And as much as I love just to like sit around and think about musical theatre, research musical theatre and give my hot takes, I do have to write my disc on health inequalities. Like, you know, anyone wants to talk about health inequalities, hit me up, I know. Where am I going with this? So yeah, we're doing a lot of talking episodes. Next week will be La La Land. Next week we're doing La La Land. I've got the notes all ready to go. We're doing La La Land. You can even hear the episode, the discussion in the episode. Also a bit of context for this episode and probably why we didn't get around to doing La La Land or why we were like, we're just going to do news. Also, there's enough to talk about with the Olivier noms because they're always fun and wild and chaotic. Is we had just recorded our Hadestown OBC review. If you want like thoughts, feelings, or opinions, there's a vlog up on the TikTok. You're wrong about musicals everywhere. So yeah, check us out over on the TikTok. And no, we're just wrong about musicals on TikTok. If you want to see that. And I feel like I'm just going to transfer you back to the studio. Do you have anything else to share? Nothing's happened since we recorded, I don't think. Guys, I've been chronically offline this week, except from one piece of discourse, which I feel like we can all guess what I clocked the fuck in for this week. Other than that, I've been in the library. I'm about to go to the library. I'm about to go. But yeah, that's that. La La Land definitely next week, and we've got a big episode coming up in 2 weeks, which I need to give myself and work for on. So yeah, La La Land in 2 weeks. In 1 week. Big episode in 2 weeks, which should be really fun. And this week news, because the Oliviers are always a wild time. So it has kind of been a bitch to edit. It was originally 2 hours. I think it's not like an hour and a half. So yeah, a lot of work goes into these guys. Appreciate you guys listening, bearing with us. We'll be back on our bullshit soon. We've got a massive summer planned. So yeah. Back to us in the studio, I guess.
Okay.
I've eaten half a cheesecake in about 20 minutes.
Guys,
it's actually quite impressive.
It's actually really impressive. Should we share what we were doing earlier today?
We were recording our review of Hadestown for our Hadestown re-up.
Our Hadestown re-up. It's been recorded and it's going to be locked away in a vault because we had to record it while it was still fresh in the brains. And so I could excommunicate the evil and just put it out in the world. If you want a vlog of our experiences and some of our thoughts, it's on the TikTok, so.
Dude, that was definitely too much cheesecake.
I have a feeling it might have been too much cheesecake. Like that was a lot of cheesecake. Now let's just eat a lot.
Another half left.
You don't have to eat it now.
But I'm doing an all-nighter.
Jeez, thank you, Christ. You could eat it like after we're done recording, as like a little energy boost for your all-nighter.
That's true.
Yeah.
Oh my God. I'm never eating again. That's too much.
That's a lie. Yeah, so we have just been recording Hadestown, our review. Sunday was fun. I felt all the emotions. Every single one that one can possibly feel within a day, I felt. Speaking of things that happened on Sunday, Time to get to the news.
Something big.
Something big. So the context of we were at Hadestown on Sunday is kind of important because we were together when this happened. When I saw this and went, "What the fuck is going on here?" Ryan McCartan, arguably one of Broadway's greatest posters.
I hate the guy.
Oh, gee, I was so
He just
right.
pisses me
At
off.
like a young age to be like clocked.
I just really don't like him.
He's a loser.
Yeah.
Like you are starring in The Great Gatsby on Broadway, and
Like
yet
already, you're not that cool.
no. It's also like you have a job, you have things you can be doing, but no. He's gonna sit around on his Instagram story and let us all know how he feels about it. Like, I knew Ryan McCartan was bubbling to make some noise because, like, Heather's announced its return to New York City, and I was kind of like, we're waiting for a weird ass Ryan McCartan post any day now. The clock's ticking. And then apparently he commented on someone talking about the grocers being like, glad I have a job next week, and it's like, dude, go home, get a life. And then we are, of course, talking about Ryan McCartan's rant about people laughing during the death scene in The Great Gatsby on Broadway. And my first thought, I think I literally read it, laughed, and then said to you, after I think I think said he is a loser. I was on one that day. And then I said to you, why is he posting about this? This is gonna just Streisand affect it.
Yeah.
And I can't work out. I mean, obviously, this comes from a deep place of wanting attention.
Obviously.
Because apparently, like, 1,000 people not cheering for you 8 times a week is not enough.
Oh no, we need more.
He needs all the attention he can get, all eyes on Ryan McCartan at all times. And I think he was being serious. Having witnessed some of his similar crash outs, I fear he was being dead ass.
He like said he was gonna buy an Etsy witch
No,
to curse.
he said he was going to get a witch to curse them, and then someone said that they'd buy an Etsy witch to curse Ryan McCartan.
Like, it's so weird because you can tell he's trying to pretend that it's like a joke. Like that's why the witch thing is funny. He's like, haha, I'm so angry, I'm gonna get a witch to curse you. The thing is, you can also just tell he is actually angry about it.
I'm sorry, I've got to pull up some of these fucking tweets. They're so funny.
I think you also said like we were long overdue for an Instagram crash out.
Like, okay, so there's a time-honored, if you're not as chronically online as me and Nell, there's kind of a time-honored tradition of just Broadway people.
You were gonna say stars and stop yourself.
No, I was gonna say men because I was thinking about that, and then
No.
Reynolds, you judgmental fuck.
But also Barrett will, but we.
But then it's like Barrett. We can't forget about Barrett's legendary. I wasn't white enough for the white kids. My nana's from Italy, and my dad's literally from the wrong side of the tracks. We can't forget that. I forgot about that, and then I saw it, and I was like, oh, amazing. Sorry, I need to bring it up. Yeah, we were due one, and it's like this falls very much in line with the time-honored tradition that we all like love.
Making
like
fun of people.
It's also like sometimes theatre kids do need to be humbled a little bit.
Yeah. Especially the successful theatre kids.
No, especially like
you're not any better than us.
Especially like the Ryan McCartans of the world.
Oh yeah.
Ryan McCartan before this was sat around talking about taking an April Fool's joke of a Heathers movie starring Rachel Zegler. You wish she would do that. Far too seriously and making a 10-minute and 30-second long YouTube video about it so you can get some AdSense. I liked the Instagram story that was high key, people are sick and toxic, and I'm concerned for humanity.
Like, I'm sorry that your goofy death scene made someone laugh.
Apparently. And people are just trying to use it as a reaction meme.
Has the Broadway Beat done anything yet?
No, I think they're... No, okay, so I found the Choose Your Fighter one. Let's go through the
Oh
count.
yeah.
So whoever you are, I have placed a hex upon you and your next of kin. Have fun when all your food goes bad, you catch the flu, and your phone stops working all in one day. And I'm the last person who knows how to get along with people like that.
I think Barrett's one is just so iconic.
Sword, you just mental fuck.
Cancelled.
But no, it's also like that thing of like, not only are people going to start talking about it, people are going to now start wanting to go to Gatsby. And
No,
just
it's like I've seen like 20 tweets of being like, I'm
Right.
inviting all of my friends to Gatsby on different nights, telling them to laugh at the death scene. I'm like, I would do that. If someone texted me, I was like, I will buy you a ticket to the Great Gatsby on Broadway if you laugh in the death scene. Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Put me front row.
There
I'll
are
point and laugh.
£25 tickets front row for students, which I think is a part of their genius marketing move. Guys, just start buying them up so you can go laugh at Ryan McCartan from the front row, please. But like, oh my god, thank God Jeremy Jordan has enough of a life to be like, this is kind of goofy.
Jeremy Jordan's so funny because he is just actually a normal guy.
He's so fucking normal.
Like, there was that TikTok of him where he was being asked, like, what does Gatsby do when he's not on stage?
Yeah.
He was like, well, Gatsby's a character.
Well,
It doesn't exist when he's not on
he was like,
stage.
Gatsby's a
What
character.
Jeremy Jordan does.
Yeah, he was like, I played in my Nintendo Switch.
Yeah, I play my Nintendo Switch. I'm like, God, he's so cool.
He spent most of the Gatsby TikToks talking about his house out in New Jersey that he just built or bought.
Like, he's the most normal guy in the world. He just also happens to be a beautiful singer. And that's how he became famous.
Yeah. Whereas Ryan McCartan's like, I am God's gift to Earth.
Like, I don't deny Ryan McCartan is talented.
He's talented, but he's annoying.
It's annoying about it. That's the issue.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? Oh, I like the fact that he then followed it up a couple hours later by, guys, it happened today again at the matinee.
But yeah, because you started talking about it.
Um,
I would bet money that if he hadn't posted that it had happened, no one would have laughed at the matinee.
Also, I'd bet money that like, oh, he's also like Catherine, like whoever runs the TikTok or the like honestly, masterfully executed PR strategy, Gatsby, take that man's phone away from him, lock him out of his social medias.
What we actually need is we need to talk to Jeremy Jordan and find out, did people laugh at the death scene when you were
I
doing
think they
it?
did because people who went when the old cast were in were like, yeah, people laughed.
It's funny.
I think people like I saw people who've seen it twice and were like, every time someone laughed. Also, apparently, there were school groups.
Well, that would explain it.
And it's like, yes, of course, some teenager who doesn't take anything seriously is going to take you barrel rolling off the stage into the orchestra pit.
And the like fake splash sounds.
To a group of 15-year-olds who are probably most of them against their will have gone to see The Great Gatsby on Broadway.
Like, we laughed at Blood Brothers.
We fucking
We were cackling at Blood Brothers.
It was on Halloween, and we'd had to travel a long way to get there, so we were pissed off.
We had homework due the next day for drama.
Yeah, at 9 a.m.
9 a.m. We were stressed out of our minds, and we were giggling at Blood Brothers.
Yeah.
But just like,
And then he got on TikTok and started replying to people who were making TikToks about it.
get a life, bro.
Bro, you done it. You achieved the dream.
Also, like,
Move on.
him being like, how can you be so cold-hearted to laugh when Gatsby dies? It's like, I think Gatsby is like the best character ever.
Like, in any other adaptation of Gatsby, it would be sad, but this is the goofy Gatsby.
Yeah. This is, where's the party and can you take me there? And when the party's over, can you find another party somewhere?
I miss it.
There's a line in that song which is, we pay off the cops.
Yes.
Because I was listening to it, and I was like, are they saying we pay off the cops?
We pay off the cops, and when you think the party stops, the party's roaring on. Yep.
Yeah.
And then they do a reprise of that song after he dies.
What an incredible musical.
I'm so excited to come see it when it comes to London, starring Olivier nominee Jamie Moscato.
Which we'll get onto in a second.
Oh, guys, I'm raring to
Your
talk
thoughts?
about. Great comment. Always.
I'm at the point where I'm just like, let's just make this a chatting episode and just do La La Land next week. Because I feel like we could talk for a while.
We could talk for actually, yeah, we probably could talk for a while.
La La Land next week. Let's push it back again.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. We are not doing La La Land. Welcome to You're Wrong About Musicals. That's Esme. I'm Nell. We are not doing La La Land. We are
not
talking.
doing La La Land. We are talking about Ryan McCartan's Instagram stories.
And the Oliviers again.
Well, you guys did like our episode last week. Streamed
We
it.
love to be opinionated.
We love opinions, right or wrong. You know,
But think of it as we have to calm down after seeing Hades Town Broadway.
Dude, I couldn't sleep the night after. I thought I was being haunted.
I could. Trust me, I slept.
I was just lying awake, like on Hades Town OBC. I cried.
It was great.
I cried so much, I felt like I might actually be physically sick. Nobel Peace Prizes for Amber Gray and Eva Noblezada.
My queens.
Now, someone start GoFundMe so I can go see Cabaret on Broadway.
Yeah. Now let's move on quite quickly because we've already talked about Hades Town for 2 hours today.
Yeah, we did talk about Hades Town for 2 hours. That's going to be edited down.
Maybe.
Okay. Ryan McCartan, get a life. I would say get a job, but you do already have one.
Get one that requires more of your time. Clearly, you still have too much free time. You know, pick up a shift at the coffee shop for a little bit. Like, let's get something going.
The image of him like sat in his Broadway dressing room, being like, he's probably been annoying poor Sarah Hyland about it.
The issue is as well as I can really see him listening to this podcast. Anyways, let's move on quickly.
Hunger Games.
They're building a theatre for it.
Yeah, it's also called the
Troubadour. It's in like Canary Wharf or something.
Wharf. And now, I saw someone say this. Whose idea was it to put 2 theatres at opposite sides of London with the same name?
Because someone's going to get fucked up.
Daily.
You're going to be trying to go see the Hunger Games and you have to watch Starlight Express.
They should allow refunds.
Yeah.
Like, when I first read the press release, I was like, where the fuck is this thing going? And then they said Troubadour. I was like, oh, Starlight's closing. And I was like, oh no, they're building a new one.
No, worse.
It's like, it's also like, Canary Wharf's kind of annoying for us to get to as well. Like, not as annoying as Wembley.
It's slightly more straightforward than Wembley. It's just Canary Wharf is long.
I hate Canary Wharf.
Hate Canary Wharf.
Every time I'm at Canary Wharf, because I have to change because when I go visit a friend, it's like change at Canary Wharf, and then I'm walking through dressed like Persephone by accident. That's just how I dress.
As usual.
We were just talking about it. And there's all these men in their suits.
Ugh.
And I'm like, you guys look like you've had the sorrow time years. Anyway, massively excited about this.
Honestly, yeah, it seems sick.
Fucking love the Hunger Games. I always forget how much I love the Hunger Games, and then like it comes back around again, and I'm like,
yeah. I like that they're doing the same seat naming as in Troubadour Wembley.
Yes.
Where they've got it as districts. No District 12.
No District 12. Katniss, there is no District 12.
I thought that was 13.
No, because District 12 gets
when it gets blown up. Yeah.
At the end of Catching Fire.
The thing I saw that makes the most sense is that the stage is District 12.
Yeah, that's what I assumed.
Makes sense.
Yeah. I also like the fact that the nicest seats are the Capitol or District 1, and they get
it really makes you think. Like when you're like, yeah, I bought Capitol seats to go watch the Hunger Games.
District 1
like, really?
seats to go watch the Hunger Games.
Let's unpack that.
Guys, we'll be in what is it? 10 I think 9's worse off than 10.
Yeah, we'll be
I
in
don't know.
District 11.
We'll be in District 11.
The standing room is going to be District 12.
But I like that. Like, I think Suzanne Collins, and so I saw someone say, I think I saw Sweaty Oracle say this, or someone else, that Suzanne Collins is very precious of the IP of the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Like, she doesn't want it to be watered down. And that seating plan tells me that they've actually thought about it.
Yeah.
So
There is something being said in this show.
Afoot. I'm so
Something
excited.
afoot. I'm
Yeah.
willing to go see it.
I'll be there multiple times. As someone who saw a ballad of
It's not a
Songbirds,
musical.
it's a play.
Yeah,
It's
a
live
stage adaptation.
It's a live experience on stage. Now, Mamma Mia will return to Broadway for 6 months, I believe, to the Winter
I saw
Garden.
someone saying it's an indicator of a recession.
I was about to say
Which is
recession
true.
indicator, and I went, well, yes. On one hand, it is funny that we're all sat around going recession indicator. On the other hand, I actually kind of love Mamma Mia. Fucking love Mamma Mia. I was talking about it with Nell over the weekend because he walked past the face and I went, Mamma Mia is actually really good. I hate to break
I've
this.
never seen it.
Nell's never seen it.
I've seen Mamma Mia too.
Seen
the
Mamma
movie?
Mia?
I've never watched Mamma Mia.
I've watched it many times as a movie. I've also watched it on stage. I went for my friend's birthday, which is the perfect way to go see Mamma Mia. Not too much investment in it. Oh, did you see the Broadway Beat tweet, which was like, it's Mamma Mia. Oh no, it's directed by Jamie Lloyd.
Oh, yeah, I did.
That was. Anyway, moving on. Mincemeat!
Ugh.
They announced their largest extension to date. They released another fucking block of tickets. And you know it's bad when the influencers are like, just call it an open-ended run. This was interesting. I liked waking up and seeing this morning. New Wicked cast. I feel like there's been a new lease of life on Wicked. It feels fresh. It feels exciting.
Mm.
If you don't want to know what about, the new cast started this week. First Black Elphaba, so they've given her a new wig. Looks great. Love the fact that she has cornrows. Or braids in her hair. I don't know the exact term. Soz. And wheelchair user as Lester Rose. Very exciting. Very good. Love to see a show changing with the times. Finally.
Was it
Yeah.
What is her name? The girl playing Nessa Rose.
I want to say her first name's Jenna.
Yeah.
There's a piece about Nessa Rose's disability in Vulture that I've been meaning to read.
Yeah. I saw a couple screenshots from it. And she talks a lot about too. Because obviously there's a scene where Nessa Rose walks.
Yes.
And she was talking specifically about the dialogue in that scene. And was like, it's written by a non-disabled person, it was directed by a non-disabled person, and it's been played by a non-disabled person. And just talking about how she's trying to do it from a disabled perspective.
I really want to read that because I did just do an essay basically on disability in theatre, so.
See, I did something similar, and thus I will not be reading it.
No, I feel confident about that essay, so I'm like, not too bad to read it. Next up, eating and theatre discourse. I've been quite offline this week, I think, looking at this list. Other than the Ryan McCartan,
preoccupied.
Other than the Ryan McCartan stuff, which I had to clock the fuck in for.
Oh yeah.
I'm always clocking in for the Ryan McCartan bashing.
I saw a few. I saw something about them selling hot dogs in theaters.
I know the guy who's like on the tirade about it though. I've seen him on Twitter.
Yeah, I mean the great tweet of pull yourself together and have a tangerine before you go.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's incredible.
He also did some tweets of, guys, opening night was snubbed.
As it was.
And guys, The Tempest was snubbed. Elektra was snubbed.
Elektra, a big winner.
The massive winner of the night, opening night, and Elektra.
Leading nominations.
Leading nominations. Then Sunset Boulevard announced an extension and a closing date, so they will be open through the Tonys, which is very important. Can't say I didn't see this coming.
I feel like it was always meant to be a limited run.
Yeah, but the grosses also have been kind of slipping. But they're still doing well, and it is a bad time of year for Broadway, but it's not the megawatt success that it once was.
It's one of those things where it was always kind of a novelty style show.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Taurus.
the thing of it was, oh my God, it's a different take on Sunset Boulevard. But now everyone knows what the take is.
He's also like starring Nicole Scherzinger.
Yeah. I think we said this on Sunday. Or maybe it was last week when we were recording. The days are blurred together.
Honestly, we've spent too much time talking this week, so I'm just like, I've said this to you at some point in the past 7 days.
But like, I feel like maybe the lack of success Jamie Lloyd has been having here recently, with his kind of failures of Shakespeare. Not Much Ado. I saw Much Ado, by the way.
Yeah.
It was banging. But like Romeo and Juliet and The Tempest were kind of failures over here.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe that bad press is now leaking over to Sunset on Broadway. Because when it opened, it was riding the wave of Jamie Lloyd, like the sweep at the Oliviers. That Jamie Lloyd is the best director ever.
He is our next Trevor Nunn.
And I was just like, he did one good one, for sure.
Like he's not a multi-talented guy. I mean, he is. But like, I'm so sad for his veto. I did see the casting rumor at 8 a.m. and then at 8 a.m. texted, now I have to buy a ticket.
Yeah.
So that will be happening. I was meant to do it we had a break between Hadestown and this, and I was meant to do it, but then my cup broke, so I had to buy new straws. So yeah. I should buy a ticket before the casting's announced, but I've always kind of known that. I should buy a ticket before the casting announced. If you iPhone bitches take my Evita ticket, murder. I feel like I'm very filled with hate this week. I'm just tired and stressed.
Yeah.
I say how am I about to talk about this? The Greatest Showman. I mean, this was rumored. This was like
for a while now.
Bro, this was like this exact thing was rumored, and in the New York Post a couple months ago.
Yeah.
The Greatest Showman will make its world premiere at the Bristol Hippodrome, following the same path that Mary Poppins took. And I do like the fact that regional UK theatre is getting new shows. Like
it's having its moment.
Yeah. And the Hippodrome is fucking massive.
Yeah.
Oh my God, that place is freaking massive. Happy for it. Now this one's for you because I couldn't read it.
Oh, okay. A couple of months ago now, I want to say.
Around Christmas time, we got like a load of news about it, and then it's just been so I kind of forgot it was happening.
And ironically, the way we might have to track it is there's a Broadway beat tweet, which is just a parody of it, but with the King Kong puppet.
Oh, I love the Broadway beat so much.
Basically, there was this. You could put your name and like email into this thing for the immersive fandom. Now,
we all know that this is for
technically it was never said it was for the immersive fandom, but it is.
Like it so is. Any day now, we're gonna get a full thing because isn't it supposed to be up and running in like a couple of months?
I think it's meant to open this year, yeah. But basically, the other day,
and the plans leaked, and everyone was reading the plans over Christmas because they had nothing else to do.
Yeah,
I did.
We've read the plans.
We're aware.
But yeah, the other day I woke up. It was like, I'd had an email at 1 a.m., which is the other interesting bit. And I thought I was getting hacked because it simply said like, the person who said it was called Your Host. And then it was like, I actually cannot read half of it.
You sent it to me and I was like, I can't read that.
No, it's bizarre. The general gist of it is basically you put your name down, so you'll be the first to know about any news and see the new like mask behind the mirror or something along those lines.
Yeah.
I was like, yeah, okay. You
I'm
know,
happy.
this could have been something a little less weird.
That is an
I feel
email
like,
that could only come from Andrew Lloyd
oh
Webber.
yeah, no one else was writing that.
No.
It was just so bizarre of a thing to wake up to.
Mm.
But yeah, that was generally all it was.
But people are excited. I mean, I'm
Yeah.
fat for immersive fandom.
I'm excited.
Yeah. Yeah. What else have we got? Oh, Heather's open call. Jesus Christ, that's gonna be hell. I mean, it is virtual. But this is like the second big musical that said that they're doing an open call.
Yeah.
Because Hello, I'm Dolly did one over TikTok.
I think as well that The Greatest Showman, I think, is also doing an open call.
But that makes sense because they probably need a lot of like non-musical theatre performers. The circus moves.
Mm.
Yeah. And can I say something? Yeah, I mean, I forget that Heathers is coming back, and then I'm like, oh, it's coming back in it. And then I think about that tweet that someone made before all this happened. Ryan McCarthy's gonna Tom Felton the shit out of this, isn't he?
Oh yeah.
Um,
I worry that it's gonna do something similar to what like Dear Evan Hansen did.
oh yes.
And what people are saying that
Hello, I'm
Hello,
Dolly.
I'm Dolly is doing. Where it's that they cast most of the roles with established theatre people.
Yeah.
And then one role or like an understudy goes to someone from the open, which isn't bad.
It's still creating opportunity, but it's not being 100% truthful about what they're looking for.
Yeah. Where it creates a lot of hype around the show because you have hundreds of people, especially the Hello, I'm Dolly one, and I think the Dear Evan Hansen one, where you posted them publicly.
Yes.
And then
Use
they
the
like review.
hashtag.
They were like, use this hashtag and we'll go through it. And I was like, oh,
Yeah.
that seems like free
Hello, I'm
advertisement.
Dolly were a lot more transparent about it.
Yeah.
Like they did post the submissions from it, whereas the Dear Evan Hansen people were just like called down to London.
Yeah.
What's something I was gonna say? I imagine that there will be at least one social media influencer in the cast of Heathers off Broadway. Yeah, Heathers back off Broadway this summer is gonna be fascinating. So many reasons for me. Unfortunately. I am thinking about that tweet where it's like the only no-go place in London was the other palace when Heathers was on.
I saw one recently that was
So,
yeah. I'm like, that's true.
I always retweet it. Oh, Girl from the North Country to air on PBS. Love PBS and their broadcasting of musicals, and I like the fact that it's having a home because a lot of pro shots don't. I really hope they have a streamer for the Hadestown one so everyone else can see what I've been on about for the past couple of days.
Yeah.
I was explaining it to a friend and I was like, "Wait, you'll actually be able to see this for yourself, hopefully." The Oscars also happened last week. A week
Yeah,
after
they weren't great.
Adrian Brody spoke for a while, and he got Olivier nom this week. And what was I gonna say? Oh, they also performed. Wicked performed.
Yeah, they did like a 10-minute medley.
Yeah, and they also did like The Wiz and Somewhere Over the Rainbow, which I really loved.
Yeah.
That's That was nice. Apparently Rachel Zegler was having a great time in the crowd.
Can't fault her.
And I was like, that sounds like a likely place for Rachel Zegler to be. I also like the fact that Ariana was wearing ruby slippers.
Yeah, that was cute.
Loved.
Anyways,
Anyways,
where the fuck were we?
Benjamin Button extends. And they just announced an open.
Aren't you so glad we're not doing
I'm
La
so
La Land
fucking
this
glad
week?
right now.
Thank God we pushed La La Land back another week.
Another week.
We were meant to do La La Land last week, by the way.
3 weeks late.
We're never gonna do that.
No, I think we are next week. Gun to our heads, La La Land.
If next week La La Land doesn't come out, just kill us. You know what? Like,
Stop.
we deserve it. We have to move on. We actually have to move on from this.
We were so normal when we did Hadestown. It was like,
Oh yeah.
we
I think it
saved
just brought everything back up.
the insanity for now. Anyway, Benjamin Button extends. Can we stop being claiming we're limited runs when actually we're open-ended? You're doing quite well. Bask in your glory.
I think it kind of made sense when it extended because of the Olivier noms.
Yeah.
But whatever.
Austin Land. Oh no, Old Vic Christmas Carol back again.
Feeling a bit groundhoggy, but you know, what would the old Vic know about Groundhog Day?
Bring it back.
Bring it back.
There's something else I was gonna say. There's a tweet that was made last year when they announced they were bringing it back. Earth can be destroyed and 2 things will still be running: Old Vic, Christmas Carol, and the Blood Brothers tour.
Do you know what I was thinking about the other night?
What?
Do you remember? It might have been pre-pandemic.
Mm.
Do you remember the guy who was in Book of Mormon on Broadway for like 10 years or something? His name was like Nick.
Yeah, vaguely.
I was just thinking about him. Because what the fuck is he up to now? He was just Book of Mormon guy.
Jasperson.
Not Thane Jasperson.
It was like Thane Jasperson.
But people don't talk about Thane Jasperson. People talked about this guy because it was the thing of like, the reason that made me think of it was because they were like, oh, 2 things will be true. Nick, I want to say his surname begins with an R. Will still be Nick Roll-You.
Okay.
Who I actually really want to know how long he was in this for. Because it was a while.
Some people have been in like Chicago since like the 70s. Not 70s, 90s.
He was in Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt.
Fucking love Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. I was just talking about it.
But yeah, I just remember, I was just thinking about him because like, I was just like, what the fuck is he up to these days? He played Elder Price with Ben Platt, by the way. Like when Ben Platt was Elder Cunningham, he was Elder Price.
I was thinking about him yesterday because when I was watching La La Land, his obviously Mark Platt, as of hi, my name is Ben Platt, my dad's Mark Platt, the producer of Wicked. His name came up, so I was thinking about baby Benji.
Forgot Danae Benton was in this at some points.
Yeah, did she do it in London?
Yeah, she did.
Love you, Danae Benton. Come back to the States.
Love you, Danae Benton.
She's in the Gilded Age now.
Yeah.
I feel like the Gilded Age is something I could really fuck up.
Oh, yeah.
Anywho.
Anyway.
Austin Land cast. Cool. Don't really understand it still.
There's a concert.
Yeah, I just don't understand what the plot is.
I don't know.
It is. Maybe happy ending Presto. I don't know. People on Twitter seem to love it. Maybe happy ending fans scare me.
I love the musical. You guys scare me.
Guys, I'm so excited for that cast album. It's also out like next week or this week. I don't actually know.
What else is out like next week?
What?
Well, number one, The Giver by Chapel Roan,
Oh yeah.
out on the 13th.
Oh yeah.
Um,
My friend Paige is ecstatic.
I think maybe on the same day. The Why Am I So Single recording
Yes. I think next
with
Friday's
Patti
the last.
LuPone.
With Patti LuPone. I think that no, I think maybe Happy Ending's also out that day.
Oh, chill. Okay, next Thursday or this Thursday when this comes out.
Yeah.
Big day for music.
Big day for music. You know, Patti LuPone, Chapel Rowan,
Darren
Chris, stars. People think I'm being sarcastic. I'm not. Also, I think Mincemeat's opening next week.
Oh fuck.
Yes.
Oh, we have to do Mincemeat this year as well.
Yeah, we do have to do Mincemeat
After the Tonys.
After the Tonys. Maybe if all goes the way it might,
If everything falls into place.
everything falls into place. Here's the thing: do we start or end on Spider-Man?
What, for the double bill?
No, because we could do a triple bill. Spider-Man, Moulin Rouge, Mincemeat.
The issue is that this all depends on me getting a ticket to Moulin Rouge.
You have to hold up your end of the bargain.
That's the thing is, Esme doesn't have to go. I do.
You offered.
We
What?
forgot to do personal news at the start of this.
Oh yeah, you now got a job.
I got a job. Fuck TGI Fridays. I got another job. Thank you. But I was just thinking that because I can afford to go now.
Yeah, that's for you.
I can get cheap seats, can't I?
Yeah, you could get can seat though.
Oh, fuck off. I'll ask my mum.
Anyway, Clueless the musical opened? Question mark? Question mark? We don't know.
It opened in February.
We don't fucking know.
And we didn't know.
We don't know. We've been off. We've been busy. Oh, and the producers to transfer to the West End.
One other thing I forgot to write down: Lempika.
Oh yeah, let's go to South Korea.
Yeah, that's fun.
I think our mezzanine review I saw of Lempika all the time. Let me see if I can find it because it makes me
The cheapest fucking tickets are 31 quid.
Yeah, we've looked at this many times before because we're like, how much would it actually cost us to go for a laugh?
Oh my god. What? Where are the 31 pound tickets?
And right at the back.
Oh! Front row for 103 actually isn't that bad. Phantom's front row is cheaper, I will say.
You love comparing front row indexes to Phantom.
Because Phantom's front row is shockingly cheap. Well, ironically, if you're ever going to go see a show from the front row, go see Phantom because it's cheap enough to do it.
Okay, I found the Lempika review that always cracks me up. 4 stars.
Okay.
My Lempika review is it ruled. Not good, but it's for me. Wild, I can't say that word. Drama. Everyone sucks. There's a whole character whose entire purpose is to chew scenery and talk about how much she loves gay sex. Truly insane line delivery. No human talks like that. 10 out of 10 would enter a ill-fated lesbian love affair with Tamara Lempika, and maybe worse for it. I might go again.
Front row of Phantom is 95 quid, by the way. Just for reference.
I like the fact that you've not reacted to that. You're just like,
No, it was a great review. I agree. But just for reference, Phantom front row is 95 quid. Like, that's quite I could afford that on my own. I wouldn't, but I could.
Yeah. Should we finally talk about the Olivier noms?
Yeah. We were bang on the money.
Guys, we were so
That's
right.
all.
We were so
We've never been wrong in our life. In fact, you're wrong about musicals. We're right.
Yeah, right. That's why it's called You're Wrong, not us.
That's why it's called You're Wrong About Musicals.
I know all. I have like a weird brain for this knowledge, so I know all. I was in public when this happened. It wasn't my intention to be in public, but my friend was like, "Do you want to go get pancakes for pancake dinner?" I was like, "Yes," and I kind of forgot momentarily about the Olivier noms, and so we were sat in a cafe eating pancakes, and the Olivier noms were coming out, and I had to be normal. I was so normal.
I was in a job interview, so I actually couldn't like look.
So,
Okay, hold on. ATG is doing this from 25 quid.
okay, have you seen the photo of Tom Francis?
Yeah, when they're in their like bloodied costumes.
I had to explain to Martha the joke. Oh, the friend I was watching them with, she had seen some of the nominees and feels a certain type of way about Oliver, as in she would die for the musical Oliver.
Wouldn't we all?
No
As
one loves
British people, Rule Britannia.
Rule Britannia. No one loves Oliver as much as her. So she was kind of
Okay, ATG. We'll do all tickets.
okay. So she was kind of
Yeah.
aware of the vibes, but she was like to me, she was like, I really don't want Starlight to get nominated for anything. And we saw Starlight together, and then she was like, why are they dressed like that? And I had to explain to her what Sunset Boulevard was. She was like, is it at 6 in the morning there? I was like, yeah, it's probably pre-recorded, TBH. So let's get into it. Off the top, is there any big things I want to say? First off, didn't know you guys like Fiddler like that.
I knew it was received well, but I didn't think it was this well received.
In my mind, it was received the same like love as Hello Dolly.
Yeah,
I thought it sold out because it was a good production of Fiddler and it's a smaller theatre than the Palladium, not because it was the best thing since Hamilton.
but here we are.
Here we are.
My other thing, Natasha Pierre and the Great Court of 1812 sweep.
Sweep, sweep, sweep. Please don't win Best Music.
You know
want my
what?
sanity.
I'm willing to go see Moulin Rouge if you win. It would be a fine trade-off for me. And I'm happy to talk about Spider-Man.
See, that's the thing. You're happy to talk about Spider-Man. I'm happy to talk
Yes,
about Moulin
I
Rouge.
to go see Moulin Rouge. Like, I understand you think that I'm winning with Spider-Man. I have to go sit through Moulin Rouge.
I'm happy to talk about Spider-Man, not Spider-Man, Moulin Rouge, over Spider-Man any day of the week. Any fucking day of the week.
That's because the thing is, because when we get to our thoughts, you're gonna be like, all right, handing it over. Here's Nell.
I'll watch the movie.
I'm gonna write up like a notes. I'm gonna bring a notebook with me. I'm not even gonna do this on my phone. I'm gonna bring a notebook and write out a list in the interval and at the end of the show
Mia Gatsby.
of just my thoughts.
Mia Gatsby.
I might even do it while the show's going on. Sometime in like June, if Great Comet wins Best New Musical, and then you're at Moulin Rouge at some point in June, and you hear someone scribbling away with a pen, that's me making notes.
It's just you go, they're fucking singing another random ass pop song again, for fuck's sakes.
Why do we need this again?
Like, you will all, like, if Comet wins Best Musical, I will post on the TikTok me opening up the document and writing down Spider-Man Turn Off the Dark.
It's gonna be a 20-minute long video just for the time it takes to load up this fucking document.
No, it'll already be loaded.
You know, it's a fucking party trick for me.
Is it?
Like, people, we're bored, and I have my laptop with me. I'm like, do you want to see the pipeline dot?
No one's allowed to see it. It's my baby.
I don't anyone read it.
No.
I'm like, hover over the like scroller, and I'm like, watch this jump up. Watch it get smaller and
Well,
smaller.
look at tiny. It's hit word limit multiple times. It hit limit last night, and I had to move some stuff around. Yes, should we just get into it?
Let's get into it.
So for outstanding, I'm gonna try and make me be nice so we don't get another DM. But I don't have a fever this year, so
We're just delusional, anyways.
we're just crazy. We're high on life and stress.
Who would be the best person to DM us this year about it?
I would like to chat to Theresa Dorf with May about her portrayal of Natasha.
Oh, I would love it.
Quickly.
I'd like a
Ryan
DM from
McCartan.
Dave Malloy. Just be like, thanks for the support, guys.
In my head, as some of the nominations came out, I was going, Dave.
Someone to DM us because we're mean to them. That's our ongoing bit.
Ongoing bit. Outstanding musical contribution. The nominees were Fiddler on the Roof, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, yeah, Great Comet, Natasha Peano, Great Comet 1812, and Ballet Shoes.
1812?
Huh?
Nothing.
What did you just say?
I was making fun of how you were talking, don't worry. It's nothing bad.
Nell's been really testing me today.
Anyways. Ballet Shoes was the shocking one here.
Yeah, because I was like,
It makes sense. Thinking about it makes sense.
you know, it makes sense, but I was also like, because the Oliviers refuse to give a musical nom if they have to.
But I still feel like Starlight should have been in here.
Starlight, I was expecting Oliver, maybe Hello Dolly. I was expecting okay, so last week I was like Benjamin Button and Great Comet getting in, highly possible. I could see that happening.
Yeah.
And then I was like, the other two probably go to revivals because that's what happened last year. And it's been a very revival heavy year. Like the revivals are duking it out. And then when I went to Fiddler, I was like, okay, yeah, I can see that. And then Ballet Shoes, I was like,
you know what? Now that it's up there, makes complete sense.
yeah, I was like, I feel like I was underestimating Fiddler.
Ballet Shoes just seems. And listen, I'm in love with Ballet Shoes.
Now has been the #1 Ballet Shoes defender for years.
I haven't even seen it, and I'm fully rooting for Ballet Shoes to sweep every category it's in.
Even over Dave. I love calling Dave.
Even over, I love Dave. But Ballet Shoes? 100%.
See, my vote is with Dave, always.
And I can respect that.
Except for Best
If Ballet Shoes wasn't there, I'd be going for Dave.
See,
who's up there, who I realise we're calling by his first name, up there with Audra and Nicole.
Audra, Nicole, Andy, Cameron. All of the besties. Dream Blood rotation. Actually, Dave Malloy is in my Dream Blood rotation.
Absolutely.
I want to get high with Dave Malloy.
Yeah. I'm gonna write a musical with him.
Whilst
we're doing the next 100 pages of War and Peace.
I would watch that. Yeah, I would so watch that. I want
Great Comet too.
Electric Balaga.
Yeah.
I want the part where like Natasha, Anatole, and Andre, are all
Just sing it.
Yeah. Are all going to like outside of Moscow together, and like they're both injured in the war. I want that part. I feel like that could be entertaining.
Perfect.
I'm rooting for Great Comet, and I think if Great Comet is going to get a win, this is a category. A nice category.
It sure is.
For it to get. Yeah.
I'm rooting for Ballet Shoes, but it feels like it doesn't belong. So in a weird way, I'm not rooting for it.
Based on
because I think there will be upset if it does win.
I don't think it's going to win. I think it's going to go to Benjamin Button or Fiddler. Fiddler.
So the two we haven't chosen are the ones we think are going to win, by the way.
Yeah. No, Fiddler, I mean, 30 nominations, second coming of Hamilton, according to these people, likely. Benjamin Button, I could see Benjamin Button only walking away with Best New Musical.
Yeah. I think it might get some others.
I think
it might sneak a couple.
It only got 4 noms. That's the other thing that I was quite shocked by. I thought it was going to get a design nom, and I was rooting for it for a design nom. I walked out of them when that's a 6 set, give it a set, and they didn't because the Oliviers hate me. They're so going to give it to Comet because we don't want it to go to Comet.
They want us to go see me to go see Moulin Rouge.
I don't know if I can do Spider-Man. I don't know if I can do it. I have to think about the fact that Jennifer Damiano has no career.
Which sucks.
Upsets me so much. Where is she? She should be on the stage. Anyway, for lighting design, Oliver, Starlight, Comet, and Fiddler. I saw this and I went, wait, they like Comet. I think they really like Comet.
I think they really liked Comet. Lighting was the one where we were like, I can see why it might not get this one.
Because those light bulbs were annoying as fuck.
The light bulbs were annoying.
But they were memorable.
You know what? I think because we walked in and they said, don't touch the light bulbs. And we were like, how are we meant to not touch them? Like, I can't move without touching the light bulbs. I think it might go to Starlight.
Starlight is like built for some kind of design, like for some kind of design award like this. I'm surprised it also didn't get more technical nominations.
Yeah.
It didn't get sound design, which I was like, Starlight's good because they all like the sound is very technically impressive.
I think with lighting, I haven't seen Oliver or Fiddler, so I can't be too sure. I have to assume Oliver has some great lighting, just from what Oliver is.
Atmospheric, I feel like it is.
Yeah. But I think it's gonna go to Starlight.
It's gonna go to Starlight, guys. Just give Starlight.
I love it when this like Howard Hudson is, dude.
Sweep it. Do you remember the dots from last year?
I love it when like one person is employed across
everything.
It's like, guys, this is a really fun thing to do. If there's ever like a flying coordinator in a show, it's the same guy.
In the West End, specifically.
In the West End, it's the same guy.
Yeah.
I could get my programs next to me. I could get it out and look. But the same guy who did Newsies did like The Tempest, and I'm pretty sure if I tracked through a couple others, they'd be there.
You I think you said before.
It's so fun. Like, I love when one guy is employed. Like, fuck it, we're having a flying season. Call him up.
No. Oh, it was an all musicals category for a technical award, which is fun for lighting.
Strange for the Oliviers.
Strange. The Oliviers really outdid themselves there. They were like, we're not going to do it for best musical contribution, but for lighting, we are.
Best musical contribution. You know, we've got to have some diversity, but lighting. All musicals.
All musicals. Best set design, we have Spirited Away, Ballet Shoes, Coriolanus, and Fiddler on the Roof. I was really rooting for Benjamin Button.
Yeah.
I was rooting for them.
We've seen none of these.
No. But what's interesting with Spirited Away is set design, puppetry design, and projection design. I can see it going Spirited Away.
The puppetry was very cool.
It looked sick as shit.
I am, of course, rooting for Ballet Shoes in some sense.
Oh, in every sense of the word, Nell is rooting for Ballet Shoes.
If Ballet Shoes is on the list, I am rooting for it.
Always.
Always. But to be fair, I didn't see that much of the set. I think the thing is, I was staying away from everything to do with it because I thought I was seeing it.
Yeah.
And then I wasn't seeing it, then it closed. So
it's coming back, so.
But it's coming back, so I'll be back. But yeah.
Yeah.
I think it might go to Spirited Away, most likely.
I'm feeling Spirited Away.
But
to be honest,
people loved the Fiddler set.
It did look sick.
It did look sick.
I have nothing else to say.
And I think with how popular Fiddler was in nominations.
Yes.
I could see it going to them for that. But
yeah.
I could also see it going Spirited. I think them including puppetry and projection for Spirited. Spirited Away. It's 2 words. I really don't need to shorten it. But including puppetry and projection for Spirited Away makes me think it's going to them. Because specifically the puppetry, very good.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Set design seems to be your thing, so sometimes I just let you go.
I love set design.
Best theatre choreographer, Oliver, Fiddler on the Roof, Oedipus, and MJ the Musical.
It's going to MJ.
My announcement.
It's going to MJ.
I don't know, I think it's going to MJ, but Matthew Bourne is a British icon.
And Oliver is a British icon.
He's a British icon. Rule Britannia.
Rule Britannia. This episode could be called Rule Britannia.
This episode could be called Rule Britannia. This episode is going to be called Nell's Pissing Me Off.
I'll take it. You know what? Sure. Finding my name in a title.
Neither of our names have been in a title.
And I'm starting a trend.
Mm-hmm. You're going to name them like...
Moulin Rouge one is going to be called Esme's Pissing Me Off.
Spider-Man's going to be called...
Esme's Worst Nightmare.
Esme's Worst Nightmare. Esme's Sleep Paralysis Demon. In the form of a Tina Fey joke.
Yeah. MJ is winning.
MJ's winning.
Move on. MJ is winning.
No, I mean Matthew Bourne gives him a bit of competition, but like it's MJ.
As I said for the What's on Stage Awards, it's MJ.
It's MJ.
It's not gonna not win. Like
there's gonna be you gotta give the Moonwalk an award.
Exactly.
Sound design, Fiddler on the Roof, Oedipus, The Years, Spirited Away.
Oedipus and The Years are plays, so
Yep.
Strong contenders, I'm sure.
Yeah. The Years does seem to be picking up like a lot of speed. I was gonna go see it with my grandma, and then I read what it was about. And I was like, I'm not seeing that with my grandma.
I feel like because half of the nominees are plays,
Yeah.
I don't feel qualified to talk. No opinions.
I have a point to make about Fiddler on the Roof, and maybe why that's led to Comet doing as well as it did. Best costume design: Robin Hood, Spirited Away, and Fiddler on the Roof. I can see Fiddler.
I could see Fiddler. I could see Spirited Away.
Yeah.
I think just because they're recreating pretty iconic costumes from the movie. Which you'll note another show didn't do.
Yeah, I saw someone say like it's an upset that Devil Wears Prada didn't get a nom, and I was like, really? Really?
It's not well, I guess it is an upset, but it's completely understandable. They weren't doing well enough with their costumes.
I mean, I looked at that list and I went, yeah, checks out. And then Gabriella Slade did she get one for Starlight?
I feel like she did. That's only 3.
Yeah. No, let me triple check.
She did because Martha was angry about it.
Unless I made that up in my head.
I'm pretty sure.
Or at least like I had a conversation with her being angry about the Starlight costumes, but we talk about that a lot.
I'm going on the Olivier Awards page.
It was nominated for 3 awards. Oh yes, it was nominated for Best Costume Design. I don't know why that didn't transfer onto my notes. Yeah, so fuck it. Let's give it to
I think it might go to Starlight.
Starlight. I want to see my friend crash out over it. Love you, girl. Best Director: The Years, Fiddler on the Roof, Giant, and Oedipus. So, note here, right? Fiddler on the Roof was at the open air theatre, right? We know this.
Yeah.
It was programmed. So the guy who decided we're doing this production of Fiddler. Should I tell you who it was?
Who?
Tim Sheeder, who directed and programmed his first season at the Donmar.
Oh.
So, suddenly,
in a weird way,
the nominations are making a little bit more sense for Comet. What was I going to say? The Years, picking up some steam. Giant is what I really want to go see when it transfers.
Yeah.
I don't know if I love Roald Dahl. I have a strong, like, I loved his stories growing up. So, I wanna go watch that. And Oedipus, this was the production of Oedipus at the Wyndhams. That was supposed to be very good.
My family went to go see it, and they said it was quite good.
Yeah, people were raving about it. Anyway. Now we're back to musical time.
Thank God.
We're back to musicals only. So best
I always forget how funny it is for the acting ones that they have best actor, best actress, best actor in supporting role, best actress in a supporting role. But then they have the exact same awards, but
in
musicals.
a musical. So I remember we were watching it last year, and I was like, I've got to go get my food. Like, this is a musicals, not award. And I was like, no, it's not.
No, it's not. So like best actor, and I'm like, oh my god, musicals. No.
I was like, Tom Francis, but they always do the musical ones later on in the night. They do the play ones really early. Really annoying. Olivier's hate me. So best actress in a supporting role in a musical: Liv Adjuhaiser, Andrusia for Fiddler on the Roof, Amy DiBartholomew for The Devil Wears Prada, Beverly Clyde for Fiddler on the Roof, Memuna Memon for Natasha Pierre and the Great Call of 1812. Do we need to say who we're rooting for?
Guess who we are rooting for.
Yes.
Yes.
Interesting, because I saw someone point out that this is the first time in history, in any major theatre award show, that the role, one of the Fiddler, I'm not too familiar with Fiddler, I'm going to go see it when it comes to the Barbican, is nominated for an award. Because she's one of the daughters, I believe.
Yeah.
Which is very interesting. Amy DiBartholomew for Devil Wears Prada. Only nom for Devil Wears Prada.
I know. But very deserved.
Very deserved. If you speak to anyone who has seen the show, she is the standout in a lot of people's opinion.
Yeah.
And it is a credit to her that she's been able to take the role of Emily and be nominated for an Olivier. Yeah. So on paper, Emily is not the role you want.
Yeah.
You want to be Andy. And also when I saw Memuna Memon got one, I was so happy.
Yeah.
I was going to comment sweet.
Her to win.
Huh? Need her to win, yeah.
Need her to win.
Need her to win. And I was also like, oh, so they actually understood Great Comet then? Because I feel like Sonia was a good litmus test about whether or not they actually understood what was happening, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Because it's so easily just like, oh, it's Natasha's friend.
Yeah.
Then we have Best Actor in a Supporting Role in a Musical, Andy Nyman, Hello Dolly, Raphael Papo, Fiddler on the Roof. I'm imitating the voice they always, like the automated AI sounding voice they always have doing.
Yeah.
It's funny. Leighton Williams for Titanic. It was funny watching it say Titanic. Tom Zander for Mean Girls. First off, I expected Hello Dolly to pick up more.
Oh yeah,
noms, like in the featured and supporting categories. A lot of people had Jenna Russell down as winning for her role, and then for her not to be nominated just proves kind of what a stacked year it is and how Fiddler just kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Leighton Williams
as the iceberg.
He is great in the role. I really enjoyed it when I saw him in it. I was also like, wait, they understood Titanic?
What the hell?
But also, it's nice.
I will say well, I don't have that many strong opinions on this category, just because I haven't seen like anything in it.
Yeah.
But I can imagine the marketing they will do if Leighton Williams wins at Titanic
as the iceberg.
The Olivier Award-winning iceberg. Bitch. I want him to win for that alone.
They do call iceberg bitch.
I need to go see this show. So bad.
We need to go. 2 drinks. Those drinks from Spoons.
Oh, these like peach lush spritz or whatever the fuck they're called.
It saved me after Hades Town.
No, they're so good. They're like, it's the best drink on the Spoons menu. I'm not even shitting you.
Genuinely. Tom Zander.
Listen, what you need, pitcher, and then wash that down with the spritz so you feel refined.
Tom Zander for Mean Girls, only nomination again. I was happy that it went to an acting nom. You know? Yeah. But also, as I think I've said this already, I don't know what I've said and not said on mic or not. As this category was coming out, they got to the end, and I was like, oh my God, Leighton Williams, so happy for him. Because also, Leighton Williams has been working in the theatre for so long.
Yeah.
It's really nice for him to get a nom. Um, but then it was also like when the category ended, I was like, where the fuck is Jamie Moscato?
Yeah. I was like, there's no way they've understood Great Comet and given My Moon and Mevan a nom and
Yes.
not Jamie Moscato.
And then I was thinking, oh, did they just really like her one performance and they're just like not gonna give anything else? I was like going, I swear to fucking God, if Chamiza Dawnford May doesn't get one, I'm going to riot. But I was
I
also
think the thing, again, this might be a personal thing just about this specific category.
Mhm.
Because I feel differently about Best Actor and Best Actress in like leading.
Mm.
But this didn't feel like that stacked of a category.
I feel like
Like the names, yes. As in the
Mm.
show names, yeah. But
I've not seen two of them, Hello Dolly or Say That.
yeah.
However,
But I even with Mean Girls, I feel like I heard more about and
Georgie
this isn't anything against Tom Zander because I know he's an incredible actor.
Tom Zander was enough. Like, if the three performances people were talking about was Georgia Castle, Tom Zander, and Grace Miller.
Well, I feel like I just heard more about the other two. And that might be just what my like algorithm's like.
Yeah, your
I'm
echo.
not that interested in men if we're being real. So
Oh,
sometimes it
really?
gets
About
filtered
20
out.
minutes ago, you were very interested in men.
No, I was interested in bothering you. And sometimes I have to do men to do it. So
Um,
but yeah, I feel like I'm
also,
happy for all of them. Because also it is 5 nom. No, it's 4.
it's four, and then it's 5 for leading.
And it just feels like I don't know, like I feel like there were other people that should have got a nomination, but also I couldn't tell you who, and I couldn't tell you who from that list didn't deserve one.
That's what I was thinking. I think because in my mind, one of them was Jamie Moscato, and he was probably going to win.
Yeah.
So I was like, yeah,
Yeah.
just give it to him now. So when they didn't put him in, I was like, oh, okay. I did one of those
What?
else.
And I think we'll obviously get to it in the next category.
Mhm.
So if he wasn't nominated for supporting, just put Pierre in supporting.
But Declan Bennett, sad, old, unhappily married Pierre, in.
He's charming, he has no sex, but let him win supporting actor.
Let him win supporting actor.
Anyways, I think in this category, again, I just really wanted to go to Leighton Williams because I think it'll be hilarious.
I think it'd be hilarious. Roll out the hall. They've got like some old British fair royalty on stage going, and the Olivier goes to Leighton Williams for the iceberg in Titanic.
Do we know who's presenting it?
No, not yet. They probably won't tell us until the night.
God. But to be honest, I think again this might just be my lack of real interest in this category.
Mm.
I would be happy for any of them to win. I can see all of them winning.
Yeah. Next up, we have. Oh, also one thing about Best Featured Actress.
Mm.
Sinead Holmes for Nancy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if all was right in the world, Nancy would be leading actress.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it's not.
We live in Cameron's fucked version of reality.
Yeah. I feel like Oliver got a lot less nominations than we thought it would.
I thought Oliver, greatest thing since sliced bread.
He was kind of snubbed. Seen it. Oliver was snubbed.
I think there's a date when my friend's like, we're going to see Oliver, and I was like, okay.
Oh. Well, tell me when, because I'll go see Moulin Rouge.
It's like the day after I see Lana.
Sure,
No.
alright.
No, it's like the 5th of July because I see Lana on the 3rd, and then they're busy on the 4th.
Alright.
And so that we could do the 3rd. Like, I'm very busy.
In April, we will find out if I'll go see Moulin Rouge on that day.
She was like, "Oh, we could do the third." I was like, "Very busy then. I've got to go stand in the back of Wembley and listen to some bitch vape and tell me sad and sing sad songs badly." Um, Eras tour who? Um, yeah, best actor in a musical. John Denglish for Curious Case of Benjamin Button, Adam Danheiser for Fiddler on the Roof, Miles Frost for MJ in the Musical, Simon Lipkin for Oliver, Jamie Moscato for Natasha Pierre in The Great Comet of 1812.
Now tell me, Olivier Awards, what two names are in the title? Natasha Pierre in The Great Comet of 1812.
They
It's
gave the
not
Comet
fucking
a nom.
Anatole.
They gave the Comet a nom, but
They
they're
gave
like,
the Comet a nom. We'll get to it. They gave Natasha a nom. Anatole's not the main character.
well, they took. Oh, Pierre, what about Pierre? What about Pierre?
And they're like, yeah, what about him? We don't care.
We don't care.
Was Jamie Moscato amazing as Anatole? Yes, of course
yes!
he was.
You know, he was
It was
outstanding.
incredible. But Anatole's not the leading character.
I mean, guys, if you didn't witness Jamie Moscato as Anatole, I genuinely feel bad for you because that was life-changing. That
It was
incredible.
incredible.
Some life-changing
A very interesting discussion spawned from it.
Now realize men are conventionally attractive to straight
I
women.
realized people are actually attracted to men.
Yes.
It was horrifying.
She was like,
Thank you,
hot.
Jamie Moscato, for letting me find that out.
He was like, men are hot. I was like, yes, they are.
I was like, I said something about him. He's like, yeah, he's hot. And I was like, you think he's hot?
I was like, I've never.
She's like, yeah, of course I do.
I was like, I've never understood it, but as Anatole, I was like, he's hot, which is kind of the point of the production.
Yeah, I mean, Anatole is hot.
Anatole is hot.
Anatole is hot.
You were like,
Mario is old school. Sonia is good. Natasha is young, and
Andre.
if I had to guess, Andre isn't here.
No, because you were like, did you just think he was hot because they told you he was hot? And I was like, possibly, yeah.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. Because normally I don't think he's hot, but in Comet, oh yes.
Yeah. And then we did have the just incredible conversation on the walk to the station. Like every couple of seconds, I would say like a male actor's name. It increased like in the voice as if Esme was telling me people had died. Just say, I was like, what did I say? It was like,
one that really shocked you was like Anthony Ramos. I was like, yeah, Hamilton Day is Anthony Ramos.
I've always thought that Jasmine Cephas-Jones was like significantly out of Anthony Ramos's league.
No.
I think we were like the Ritz or something, like walking past, and I was like,
yeah, Anthony Ramos. And then you went, we're definitely not Lynn. And I went, no.
I think I asked about like Jonathan Groff.
And I was like, yeah, Spring Awakening Jonathan Groff is hot.
I asked about so many, like literally any actor you can think of.
No, like any
about
like male actor who played a role like I was interested in. You were like, are they hot? And I was
yeah.
you went.
You're kind of my what's the word?
Litmus.
My reference point.
Yeah.
Of male actors.
And you went. Is Jonathan hot? And I went, no, he's more like cute and like I want you to leave my revolution kind of way. Not hot.
Did I ask if Zachary Jones was hot? Because I think I did.
No.
Is he hot?
No. Okay. Not to me. What was something else I was gonna say? He must have had a lot of people. Anyway.
It was about a 20-minute walk, and the whole time I was asking about it.
You weren't really talking about Natasha Pierre. You would just kind of be like, is this actor hot?
Yeah, we'd be like, oh, and the costume design was incredible. So,
and then you like
Slater?
I was like, no, Slater. And you were like, oh, no, it was like when we were when I was talking to you about Role Model the other day. And you couldn't understand the fact that like part of the reason why I'm kind of enamored by him is because he's kind of fit.
I don't get it.
And I had to like spell it out for you. I was like, he's kind of fit.
What?
You're like, no. I was like, okay, fine.
But this is my thing, is because when I'm talking with girls, if I say I like her because she's hot, everyone's like, yeah, she totally is.
I'm just kind of like, yeah, sure.
Like, I understand. So my thought was, we could all just kind of tell when other people were hot.
My favorite one.
And I can't, apparently.
My favorite one was Aaron Tveit.
Oh my god. It's ruining my life.
You were like, is Aaron Tveit hot? And I was like, yes, people think Aaron Tveit is hot.
And I'll continue to note to this day that you didn't say you think he's hot. People.
Sometimes I look at photos of him and I'm like, yeah, hot. I don't think
Conversation is Jamie Moscato, you ruined my life. Can I just say? Because of you, I have to find out that Esme thinks Aaron Tveit is hot.
Sometimes.
I've been talking about how I annoy Esme. This is how she annoys me.
We should talk about what men are hot.
Ugh.
And then I talked about Mike Feist.
Oh my god.
Oh, I thought Mike Feist was trying to win challenges for months.
Joke.
No! Feist is winning challenges. So is Josh O'Connor.
See my question. So is Zendaya. And you would agree.
Zendaya is like beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways.
Anyways, this category.
I think Miles Frost might win. If I'm being honest with you.
I honestly don't know. I could see it going to Dan Heiser for Fiddler on the Roof.
I can kind of see it going to all of them.
If it goes to Jamie Moscato, what will I do? I'll send Nell a list of men I find attractive.
That's a punishment. I'm already gonna have to go see Moulin Rouge, and now you're gonna make me look at men that are hot.
Yeah, this one it's kind of a toss-up. I could see it going to anyone and being like, yeah.
Yeah. All right. I look forward to the list of men. Anyone else, that would be a fucking treat for me.
Best Actress in a Musical, Chamiza Dawn-Flambe for Natasha Pierre and the Great Con of 1812. We cheered. I was just going over Jamie Moscato and leading, and then it was Chamiza Dawn-Flambe nomination. I was like, yes.
Yes.
Lauren Drew for Titanic. Massive. Claire Foster for The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Laura Pulver for Fiddler on the Roof. And Imelda Staunton for Hello Dolly.
Now I'm torn.
And I think that the two frontrunners are the ones you're torn between.
I know. There's a part of me that could see it going to all of them.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'd be surprised if any one of them won.
Mm-hmm.
But in my head, most clearly, I can see Imelda Staunton winning or Chamiza Dawn-Flambe winning.
Yes, yes.
And I want them both to win.
Can they share it? Can they split?
Because here's the thing, they're both hot.
I just really love Chamiza Dawn-Flambe as Natasha.
No, honestly, yeah.
I was listening to my great
I love Imelda Staunton.
I was listening to my great comic bootlegs yesterday.
Should we just get a recording?
Please.
Like, listen, I love the Broadway recording. I love the off-Broadway recording. I listen to them all the time. But sometimes I just want a little British recording.
Sometimes
you know, Rule Britannia.
Rule Britannia. I just want to hear those like low notes that she's able to hit.
Yeah.
Like when she goes down to Anatole in The Ball.
Yeah.
I will love you, Anatole. It's so satisfying.
Yeah.
It's so satisfying. I'm happy that Lauren Drew got in there. For Titanic. I wasn't expecting it, but I welcome it into my life and my heart. And then like no upset with Laura Pulver or Claire Foster. I thought Claire Foster was actually quite good in Curious Case of Benjamin Button.
I think this is the category I'm actually most excited to watch.
I mean, it's probably gonna go to Imelda.
Because we have no bad stakes on it.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a category I'm actually way more excited to watch, except I have a punishment if the thing I want to win wins. So...
There's no one featured actress.
Yeah. I think the thing with featured actors is I have a very clear idea of who I want to win.
Yeah.
This one is it's more up in the air, so I'm excited to watch it.
Musical or revival? Fiddler on the Roof. music by Jerry Block, lyrics by Sheldon Hardrick, and a book by Joseph Stein at Open Air Theatre. Hello Dolly, music and lyrics by Jerry Herman, and a book by John Stewart at the London Palladium. Oliver.
That did not say John.
Jerry, sorry.
That said Michael.
Oh, Michael, sorry. It's been a long day. It's been a very long day, and Nell's pissing me off. Nell's crossed one too many lines.
I'm having fun. No one else is.
We know. Fuck. You and that goddamn cheesecake has derailed.
Just finish it. Still got a quarter left.
How sick are you feeling?
Really sick.
I might actually vomit in the lyric theatre to I'm good. Where are you?
I'm at like bus ride home after a night out.
Okay.
Like, I'm pretty close to throwing up. It's actually every time I laugh, I can feel it like moving up. So please stop being funny.
No, never. I think we're only being funny to the two of us.
Every single person who listens to this episode is gonna be like, what are they talking?
What are they on about?
What the fuck?
I have to edit this. I have to go through the conversation we had before we got into this.
Oh, I should have talked more when you were out of the room instead of
Did
just
you talk
looking
at
up.
all when I was out of the room?
No, just
Oh.
looking at on Instagram and Wikipedia.
Did you talk when I muted you?
I did not.
I think I saw your mouth.
I actually didn't.
Oliver, never before was a boy asked for more. Oliver, book, music and lyrics by
Physics.
Lionel Bart, new material and revisions by Cameron McIntosh. Cameron McIntosh,
Boo.
have you ever written a line of music? Prove yourself. Unless, Cameron, you want to give me a job. And in that case, I'm around. I have opinions. At the Gielgud Theatre, Starlight Express, with music by Andrew Lloyd Webber and lyrics by Richard Steele Gore at the Troubadour Wembley Park Theatre. Fiddler, I think it's yours, love.
Yeah.
No Kiss Me Kate.
I know. I was shockingly not shocked by it.
No.
Like,
I was just kind of
it never really seemed like that big of a deal.
I thought it might get into a revival or Best Actress for Stephanie J. Block. What else was I going to say? Something else I was going to say. Oh, I'll talk about it when we get to Best Musical, actually. The Curious Case of Benjamin... For Best Musical... The Curious Case of Benjamin Button. Music and lyrics by Darren Clark. Book and lyrics by Jeffo Compton.
Jethro.
Jeffro.
Have you never watched Bondi Rescue?
No, but my friend growing up used to play Bondi Rescue.
There's a lifeguard on there called Jethro.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Oh my god, you're gonna watch it and think he's hot. This is awful.
What revenge? Yes. Sweet, sweet revenge.
Listen, Esme, there are things I found out that I haven't told you.
Please
And I
never.
can.
Please never do.
Just keep that in mind.
Trust me, I know more than I think I want to talk about with you. These are my corners of the internet.
But you don't like to look that, and I really enjoy it.
Sometimes I just be scrolling and I just get jump scared. That's the issue. MJ, the musical. Book by Lynn Nottage at the Prince Edward Theatre. Natasha Pierre and the Great Column of 1812. Music, book, and lyrics That's not how it's written down, but it's in order.
But we'll go with it. We got all the words.
By Dave Malloy at the Dartnall Warehouse. Why Am I So Single? Music, lyrics, and book by Toby Marlowe and Lucy Moss at the Garrick Theatre.
Much love to Why Am I So Single?
I'm buzzing that Why Am I Single got in because it wasn't getting any noms. I was like, crap, they didn't.
I think what we said last week about
Lisa
them
Tully
not want,
Foster.
yeah, they should have gotten leading noms. I understand, first of all, that it was a very, very stacked season, and that might be why they didn't.
Mm,
But also, I think it's because the Oliviers can't be bothered to make their show accessible.
yeah. Yeah.
So
So there's that. I'm happy that it got the big nom. If that
yeah,
makes sense. Like this is the one. If you're gonna get an Olivier nom, you want this one.
yeah.
Obviously I'm rooting for MJ.
Obviously,
Obviously,
I'm rooting for Why Am I So Single?
No, obviously it's Hobbit. Unironically.
So I just want to clear up the rules around this little thing
But we've
that
got
we
that.
may have said. So it is specifically
Best new musical.
Best New Musical, and it has to be Great Comet.
It has to be Great Comet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because the way we phrased it before was if it wins instead of Benjamin Button.
Mm-hmm. Well, let's be
What
real.
if something else won?
It's not going to MJ.
Well,
It's not going
no,
to Why Am I So
it's not going to MJ,
It's not going to Why Am I So Single, is it?
unfortunately.
I was kind of annoyed that Alan Kane didn't get in for choreography for Why Am I So Single.
Yeah.
But
I also, as well, like, unfortunately, Benjamin Button did a lot worse than I thought it was going to do in nomination.
same.
And Great Comet did a lot better than I thought it was going
If
to
you
do.
would be like, okay, so
And I'm beginning to worry.
I'm beginning to worry, same, because I literally texted you and went, oh, it did a bit too well at the noms.
Comet was kind of too successful.
Too good? I don't know about that. So,
I was like, biggest snub of the night, or certainly opening night.
yeah. Oh, one thing I wanted to talk about quickly. Two Strangers.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So, the Oliviers do not like Two Strangers confirmed.
I feel like it was just so long ago.
I saw someone say, like, someone fucked up by not making sure,
Probably.
like, not campaigning enough the first time it was eligible, not making enough noise the first time, or
Yeah.
not keeping it from contention. If that makes sense?
I just got my email for my new job confirming.
Yay!
I'm gonna wait.
All the more money to spend on Moulin
All
Rouge.
the more money to spend on Moulin Rouge.
Oh
my god, I'm gonna have to buy a program.
I don't have to buy a program every time I go to the theatre, so
I do.
it's a disease.
It's a disease.
It's a disease.
I forgot that like the Hadestown ones are like £5.
Oh my god, it was so cheap. I was obsessed.
Oh,
It's gone straight in the drawer. Although my drawer's getting kind of full.
I've actually had to take my folder out of a drawer because it's no longer fitting in.
My drawer's far, far away from me.
Mine's next to me, so
I'll be haunted by it.
Yep.
Anyway, on that fun note, we're gonna go. We've technically been recording for like 6 hours.
Yep.
Nell's got an all-nighter to pull. I've got one.
Yep.
We will do
I've got a cheesecake to finish.
More importantly, Nell's got a cheesecake to eat. She's got.
When this episode goes up, I'm gonna put out a tweet that says either I did throw up or I did not throw up. And then just a link to this episode.
I'm gonna start writing a list to annoy Nell. Yeah. Yeah. We'll see you next week for La La Land for reals. Promise.
Maybe.
Pinky promise. No,
Fingers crossed.
we're pinky promising.
God, I hope something insane happens in the next week.
What would have to happen for us not to do La La Land?
Fuck, what would have to happen? We have a better idea than La La.
I've already done the notes though, and it's really short.
Well, that's okay.
And
Let's
then...
do La La Land right now.
No, we're not doing La La
Now
Land.
on to the episode.
We're not doing La La Land right now. Hamilton, and there's a really interesting New York Times review that's actually like I want to talk about.
Chill.
So we'll see you next week for La La Land. I'm gonna force now against her will, or else I'm gonna start talking about men who I find attractive.
Oh, awful.
Bye-bye.
Bye.